Hey guys, just got back home, and I today want to talk about something crazy that I recently just figured out. So I'm sure you know about all the stuff with Matrix, with all the gurus online preaching you about some systems that is going on, and that's all like some cool stuff. Maybe it was motivating for some of y'all, but here's something crazy that I realized recently: is that we as human beings are not actually experiencing the reality itself. Like, not really. So it's just our brain taking a bunch of data, light, movement, sounds, and stitching it all up together into what it thinks is the reality. What you see isn't the world itself, it's just your brain's best guess on what the world looks like. And the craziest part is that it does not do this only with the vision, but with everything. This is why two similar people could go through exactly similar scenario and still come up with absolutely different results. One person would shrug it off, the other spirals into self-doubt when they do something bad. For example, eat some junk food when they're on the fat loss, or go and procrastinate a lot when they're trying to build an online business. One person would just shrug it off, but the other spirals into self-doubt, and basically you know what will happen in the future. It's like this is something crazy that happened to me recently. Wasn't planning on including in this video, but so recently I was in such a devastating position. I was always procrastinating, and at one point it started to piss me off. And I thought to myself, what the fuck am I doing? Where is all the drive that I had before? And it was super motivating. I just wanted to go and work like 7 or 8 hours. It was already 8 p.m., so it would be I'll be done at basically 4 a.m. And at this point, I understood one thing. I said to myself, what a joke I just told. Based on all the experiences that I had previously, up till this day, like in past months where I was procrastinating a lot, I thought to myself that this is just a little burst of motivation that will soon pass. And that's exactly what happened. That will soon pass. And eventually I'll still end up in that same position of me just procrastinating a lot, and that little amount of work that I'll do right now, of course it will like be some work at least. But for me it didn't have a meaning. It was just one time action, let's say, one time surprise for my future progress. Because on these one time motivations, as I thought to myself, you'll never end up achieving anything. And that's completely correctly. So I just thought to myself, then there's no point in doing anything. I was so deep into self-doubt in myself that I had no trust in my discipline. I had no trust that tomorrow, after doing that work session, I will wake up and I will continue working. Continue with this momentum that I will gain there. And what I did was I just stopped all that momentum, just went and started binge watching some content. So here is where this knowledge gets useful that I just told you. Because even when you go this deep into this, how to even call it, a rat hole of self-doubt, spiral of self-doubt, when you just have no trust for yourself, and this becomes your reality, with this knowledge you can reprogram it. You can just change all these things around. Because most people think they just don't have control over their feelings. Like I did before, I thought this way. Something happens, they react, and that's it. But if you really think about it, it's just your brain's best guess of the future. That means that you can manipulate it. And first of all, that you should know is you in control of your story. A failure, you can see it as a proof you suck, or as a proof you're trying to get something that was failing at. Someone's ignoring your messages, you can take it personally, or assume they're busy and follow up in a couple of days. Like when you're trying to do outreach and no one's replying to you. You can just think that your brain is not able to come up with good outreach messages, when in reality they're just busy business owners who just don't have time for anyone. So when you'll continuously follow up with this mind that I exactly just told you right now, eventually they will reply. Or maybe not, who cares? There are a lot of them. One totally will reply to. Or even if you feel like quitting, you can see it as a sign you're weak, or as a sign you're pushing your limits. Most people would never touch. The event itself doesn't decide what it means. It's you who are deciding what will happen next. Second thing is that your brain updates its simulation based on action, not on thoughts. So, ever noticed how, like, you lie in bed, you have this to-do list, and it all seems super hard for you. But when you actually start working, when you actually sit down and start recording like I'm doing right now, it feels so easy to continue doing it. Like 1-2 minutes and then it's it. It's super easy. Or like how fear disappears after you start doing something. Like when you try to cold approach someone, it could be opposite sex or someone who you just want to be friends with, it doesn't really matter. At first you'll have this fear of social judgment when you'll just come to another dude or girl and they'll just reject you with people around you. And that might scare you off. But when you go to him or her, it doesn't really matter. And say the first words like, hi, hello. And from this point on, fear just disappears. It's become a conversation. And you just start talking with them. And you make this connection. Even if this connection does not happen, it doesn't really matter. You already went through it. And there's will be no fear for you to continue doing it with other people. And this is so great because it allows you to understand that your brain builds its simulation not based on what you think about doing, but on what actions are you performing. And so you can just sit around overthinking, right? And your brain will just continue feeding it with all this stuff about how you can do this or do that, all to just avoid the core actions that you need to be doing. Or you can move and act, and it will update and adjust while you're doing it. So for example, let's take the same example with cold approaching anyone. You go to another dude, you say hi to him, you just talk about some stuff, and then it ends up being that you just weren't compatible with with two of us, and you understand that there was something that you did maybe wrong, maybe it was something different about how you presented yourself, maybe you was talking too much about yourself and not asking him enough questions. That's why you weren't able to find that connection between you two. So next time, when you already have this feedback, you just go to another one, for example, in the same gym, just talk to him, applying that knowledge that you gained previously, and you now have another friend, another gym buddy. So, as you can see, your brain is really adaptable for any situations you put it in. And it's very important for you to take this first action, to start doing stuff, so it can actually go through these experiences and find the right adjustments that it needs to make. And the last one, the third one, is the way you see reality today is not permanent. As I told you the story previously, earlier, like basically just 2 days ago, I saw reality in completely different colors. I saw it all dull. I saw it all about procrastinating a lot. And I saw myself as this, no, how to even express this? Someone who is not able to do it. But now, as I started doing some actions yesterday and today, all my perception begins to transform. Now I see myself as someone who is actually able to do it. So the way you feel about things like failure, any achievement, discipline, even yourself, it's all just a construct. And anything constructed could be rebuilt. So you can decide right now to see every challenge as an opportunity, every failure as a sign you're getting something, every discomfort as progress, and any hesitation as a sign you're moving forward and not something that's holding you back. And the second you make this decision, the world, it just transforms. You start seeing all these beautiful flowers around you. You just see all these opportunities to grow. And that is so amazing as I think about your brain. So just to wrap things up, I just want to tell you some final words. Like every moment, you're literally shaping your today's reality. Every action you take is just another thing that you add to your brain's reality. You add it to its best guess what it thinks the reality would be. And this means that you can completely take it in your control. You can do the things that would make you progress. You can do the things that would make hard work enjoyable. Or you can do the things that would just drag you down. You can continue spiraling up into self-doubt, or you can continue spiraling up in this self progress, self development. And this is just so amazing. I want to share it with you, and I hope you found it really valuable as I did. So, if anything, if you want to help me with my content, just give the like, comment, subscribe, whatever you can do. It really does helps with boosting this video in the algorithm. And one thing, you can go subscribe to me on IG, hit me a message if you have any questions. I'll respond to every of them. So yeah, have a good day. Bye.